Go over some of this with you guys. This is setting up your font in Illustrator. You've already gone through your sketches and sketched out at least 20 different ideas and gone over these with your instructor. And your instructor has hopefully shown you some tips and tricks of what might work best for your design. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about your design and what some of those things that we're kind of looking for. So in this assignment that's here, that you guys are looking at, remember that we're really talking about the most important thing being consistency and unity. And what's unity? Unity is what makes a cohesive quality that makes artwork complete. Okay, it's when those distinguishable units and elements seem to belong to each other so that each contributes to the functioning of the whole. That means that everything works together and looks like it fits together. So when you guys are in Illustrator, okay, remember that your document that you guys are creating in here is actually called a tabloid size piece of paper, okay? And remember it's 11 inches by 17 inches, okay? When you guys are doing this, you have some examples that I put in here as well. Your design that you're doing should have all the letters, should have at least 6 of these characters in there, and then also have a name of your font somewhere on here as well too, indicating what the name of your font is. This one doesn't have a name, okay, but it's done pretty well. It's different. This one, the name of that was down here. This one, it has a very long name, but it's in here too. And notice the name of your font is using your font as well. So that's a way to demonstrate how your font works. So when you guys are creating that in here, you have to think about, well, I have to create my letters. Okay, what makes up some of those letters? And there's consistent shapes that are in here that when we create those letters. So I'm just going to create something that has a stroke on it. Okay, that's here, and let's do this at 30 point. Okay, I'm going to show you a couple of tools. Hey, look, there's something here. Let's do this too as well. Simple shapes as well too. And realize too, with things creating lines, you have the lines that are there. You can also expand these objects too. So if I duplicate these by holding down Option, I can actually go under Object and expand. And when I expand it, I can actually expand the stroke or the fill, and it actually creates that into actual objects that are there. So once again, go under Object and Expand, okay? And it creates that line, that outline of what things are. A lot of times it will still keep that original line too. You can get rid of that. But these are shapes. These are lines, okay? So, hey, there's an O, okay? And if I put this together here, I have an A. I have a D. Flipping these around, I now have a B. Turn these around too. Once I have this, do this again, I now have a P and a Q. Think about when I'm putting these letters together, they look consistent because they're using the same shapes, okay? All of these same shapes are being used together. They all look like they fit together. I'm not creating one shape that's here and then redrawing this something else over here. and saying, hey, that's my B, that's my O, they don't look the same. One, they're different sizes. And notice how I'm lining them up too. If they're not lined up correctly, if they're not all along those lines, that changes things as well. Remember, bring up your rulers, Command R, bring up some guides. Line things up, okay? If things are a little bit off, line them up so they fit. Lining things up on those baselines that are there will help you as well too. Think about how all those pieces and parts of your letters can be used to create those things. Another thing that I could do as well, and I'll show you some other tools. I'm going to bring this down so you can see this too. I could actually use some other tools. Okay, say I want to create a C with this. Okay, and maybe I want to do my C like this. What does it look like? A C. Hey, I just put that shape over the top of it. Okay, that was pretty easy. I could do the same thing over here as well. Maybe I need to make it E. So I'm going to bring this down a little bit more. Remember, I still have that same line that's there. Same shape. Change it. Fit it in there. Think about where my E needs to go. Yeah, that's pretty close. Move this down somewhat. Hey, that's looking a little bit more like an E. So think about what you're creating, how you're creating this. Hey, there's my E. There's my C. They look consistent. They're the same size. They're usually the same shapes. I can actually combine these together when I'm all done. There's this cool tool over here called the Shape Builder tool. With the Shape Builder tool, I can actually go over things and it combines those shapes together. If I hold down Option, it actually gets rid of them. And I can actually change this back to my color that's here. Let me. Maybe not. Let's try this instead. I'm actually going to get rid of this first. Take that off. There we go. Add this together. Why is it not liking me? Oh, I know why. And you can combine those shapes together as well. Pretty cool. I can also use this other tool here, which is my Pathfinder tool. My Pathfinder tool is awesome because I can actually delete the front object, gets rid of it. I can combine them together if I wanted to. I can divide them up into different shapes. So now each one of these is a different shape here too. Let's see how it divided everything up for me. Pathfinder is awesome. The Shape Builder tool is great for doing these things as well too. Don't forget to use your guides when lining this up. A lot of times what I've suggested to people, if they have their type that maybe might be a little bit bigger, you've lined all of the type up so that it kind of matches what you need to have. An easy way to do this when you're all done, select all your type, scale it down by holding the Shift key down, okay? And then you can line it up inside the page to make it look a little bit nicer on that page when you're all finished. Have fun with your fonts. Remember that when you're doing this, that you're creating your own font. What I don't want to see is that you're taking an existing font and just changing that font and saying, oh look, what I created, here's my font, I just did this, this is my font that I made. It isn't something you made, you took someone else's design and basically used and copyrighted it and broke copyright to make your own. You need to be creating your own font out of your own shapes, and that's what we want to see. So make sure that you're doing that too. Have fun with this assignment. It should be a cool design. It's definitely been something that most art colleges, when they look at and they can see that you can create a well-done font design, put you way above everyone else. So have fun with this project. Let us know if you have any questions, and we'll see you again on the next video.